A girl's night out will ruin more relationships than a guy's night out ever will. Men go out for release and relaxation. Women walk into what's essentially a marketplace of male attention.
The odds that a woman's going to get in trouble on girls' night out is much higher than the odds of a guy getting into trouble on guys' night out, right? Can we just say that objectively?
There's so many empty ellipticals, and you pick the one right next to me.
That guy probably doesn't even know what she's talking about.
But if past doesn't matter, would you date a guy who has slept with men?
No.
I love that the past only matters to women when it's a component of the past that bothers them.
I'm objectively very beautiful, and I know that. So when I see this, I either think, A, you know nothing about women, or B, you're one of those Republican closeted gay men.
Okay, so why did I pick this? First of all, hello, everyone. Welcome. How you doing today? Ooh, imagine I heard I'm doing fine, Jed. How about you? I'd be like, who's here? Where are you? Ha ha! Y'all here? Ooh, that would be interesting. All right, we have a packed show today. Great clips. Should we just get started? I think you're just hungry for the number one. Let's do it. Hit it.
A girl's night out will ruin more relationships than a guy's night out ever will. And here's why. And today we are diving deeper into the facts behind it. Guys' nights are pretty simple. Pool, sports, maybe a strip club. But here's the truth. Men do not walk into a bar with endless attention waiting for them. Women do. Attractive women are approached far more frequently in nightlife settings, while men rarely are. A woman steps into a club and it's instantly free drinks, compliments, attention, validation. The offers, they don't stop. And while not every single woman cheats, I understand that. Psychology proves that repeated exposure to temptation increases the likelihood of emotional or physical boundaries being crossed. And alcohol, which lowers inhibition and impairs judgment, and you've got a breeding ground for mistakes that can cost any relationship. That's why it's dishonest to act like guys' night and girls' night are the same. They're not. Men go out for release and relaxation. Women walk into what's essentially a marketplace of male attention. The dynamics have never been equal. Pretending they are is how couples get blindsided. So no, it's not the same. Girls' night out carries way more risk, more temptation, and more opportunity for emotional damage than a guy's night ever will. And ignoring that reality is exactly why girls' night has ended so many relationships. What do you think? Equal or not? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate about it.
Okay, not equal, obviously. Okay, so what is she really saying? First of all, good on her. I'm sure she got many hate mail after that, right? You can only imagine. The reason it's not equal is, and it's not because you can't have ill-intentioned guys and ill-intentioned women, right? You can have guys going out for guys' night out, and you can have a guy that doesn't have the best intentions, right? That happens. But here's the thing. If a guy wants to make something shady happen, right? Say he walks into a bar. He's having guys' night out. He's got his girlfriend who's not with him. He has to make a lot of effort to make that happen. He has to go up to women who then have to receive him well, he would have to pay for their drinks. He would have to do all of that to maybe get a woman who's maybe interested in him. Maybe, right? The difference is that when girls go on girls' night out and the second they walk in, it's like a magnet, right? They've got guys staring at them. They've got a ton of eyeballs on them, especially because on girls' night out, they all dress half naked. We've established that in our videos. They're like, ooh, it's like the new candy that came to the candy store, and all the guys, and then guys will come up, right? Guys will say, can I buy you a drink? Guys will notice that there's so much attention. Then they're going to get tipsy. They're going to start dancing. Guys will come over and start, right? You know how it's different, right? You just do. Again, that's not to say that a guy has a girlfriend. Maybe he wants to cheat. He's going to go to the bar and he'll find a way, right? That's not what we're saying. We're saying is that even if you have two well-intentioned people, say you have a guy and you have a girl, right? Guys' night out, girls' night out, and they're well-intentioned. They are not there to cheat. They're there to hang out with their friends, nothing. That guy walks into a bar and gets probably little to no women coming up. And the woman's not going to come up and be like, hey, can I buy you a drink? It's not going to happen. The amount of attention that man's going to get when he walks into the bar is about 1 gazillionth of the attention that woman who's also walking into the bar is going to get, right? So just by virtue of that, the temptation is so much higher because women have so much attention coming at them that even say like 15, 20 guys, like say you say no to like 19 out of 20, then there's that one, right? It's just that way. So that's not to say you can't have people who go out and, don't cheat and just say, I'm not going to do this, right? That can happen. That's not to say that you can't have both men and women cheating. What we're saying is that the amount of tension is so disparate that the odds that a woman's going to get in trouble on girls' night out is much higher than the odds of a guy getting into trouble on guys' night out, right? Can we just say that objectively? On top of all of that, let's just say again, women don't go out on girls' night out because they want to hang with their girlfriends. They go out on girls' night out because they want attention from other men. That's why they do it. Otherwise, they would stay at home and they would dance in their friend's house, or they would go out and they would be dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. They would not be half naked at the bar, drunk with their girlfriends. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, okay? And you will find over and over again the bachelorette parties, the girls' night out, all of that stuff looking shady as it comes. They get sloppy as they drink. They kind of forget that guy at home. Or they maybe don't make out with anyone or do anything, but they get phone numbers, or they get guys coming over to them, or they get their free drinks, or they do their little grinding dance. And it's like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas moment, right? Right? They don't go there unless they want attention, or they wouldn't go. Women who go out, I'm going to say it one last time, who go out, get all decked out, want to go girls' night out and want to go to the club and shuttle home at 2 a.m., did it because they wanted to get attention from other guys. And they've got one foot out the door and they've got a roving eye. Just saying. Happens every freaking time. Okay, number 2, let's hit it.
And this is why women say, we picked the bear. We picked the bear. And he knows I'm recording him too. Because there's so many empty ellipticals, and you picked the one right next to me. What was the reason? What was the reason? I know you hear me. What was the reason? Now we're both uncomfortable.
I mean, could she be any more annoying? Honestly, that guy probably doesn't even know what she's talking about. He probably just walked in, picked a treadmill or picked an elliptical or whatever he's on, just picked that machine and didn't even, she's got to make it about her. Oh my God, this is why guys suck. He just wants to be near me. He could have picked any of these machines. You, see, you're on the video. Oh, honey, shut up. You're such a nag. So annoying, so self-centered with an ego the size of a hot air balloon. Be quiet, for the love of God. Oof. That guy should have turned around and been like, man, I wish I had picked a different machine. I don't want to shut it off and start over. Could you shut up though? I mean, honestly, it's like just, so freaking annoying. Again, why did I pick this? Well, because I just want to show you how big the ego is. It's always about her. It's always about her. No matter what it's actually about, in her mind, it's about her. So it's not that the guy just walked in and picked a machine. No, he picked it because she was there and he was trying to get at her, and he had her in his mind the whole time because the whole freaking world revolves around her, right? This is what they think. The whole freaking world revolves around them, except that it doesn't. So they make these videos and look so stupid. It's like, also, honey, how busy are you in your workout? How about put on some headphones and actually pay attention to your workout instead of who's around you? I mean, I could see if the guy had, the only thing that drives me crazy, and I'll tell you the truth, is if I'm in a gym, which I don't go to the gym anymore. I work out outside, and it's been lovely. Actually, I've really enjoyed the transition. But regardless, somebody comes with like strong smelling something like cologne, or why do people wear cologne to the gym? Why? But if they come and it like reeks and now you got to move your machine because my God, they smell like a perfumania, that yes. But otherwise, who gives a lick? Who cares? Oh, focus on your workout, honey. Burn them cows. Just saying. All right, hit that subscribe. Hit that like button. Get in the comments. Get in the chat. Keep it feisty. We're growing so fast because of you, but I need you to hit that sub button. Can you all take a minute right now? Oh, wait. Ooh, let's put a little music in for a dance. Okay, you've done it, right? Just saying. Okay, number 3. This is a good one. Let's do it.
But if past doesn't matter, would you date a guy who has slept with men?
No.
Huh? But hold on. This is past.
That's sexual preference, though. Like, that's
okay,
like...
so you wouldn't date a guy who's bi?
No.
Let's say he used to, but not anymore. He's straight now.
It doesn't work that way.
Let's say it's been like 5 years. He hasn't slept with a man.
No. The potential in the future, it could happen, right?
Ooh, bingo.
Did I just
made
give
our point.
you...
Wait, the potential in the future, it could happen.
Oh,
Yes.
man, that was rich.
Exactly why body count matters, because body count is an indicator for infidelity.
I'm not going to assume
Not a
my
guarantee.
partner is going to do something based on something he's done in the past. I would rather trust who he is in this present moment
So you're
and
saying
go off
you're
of what
saying
he's doing.
if you met a guy and he cheated on his past 10 girlfriends,
That's different.
But
that's
that's
different because
exactly-
he cheated. But you're just saying promiscuity. You're not saying that all these women, every single of their 50 body count was a cheating incident.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But
So-
they've actually done numerous studies on this. And promiscuity is a very strong indicator for infidelity. And I would
Yeah, it
argue
is.
past behavior is typically a very strong indicator for future behavior.
I love this. Brian is right. Promiscuity is a strong indicator for infidelity, which is why the body count matters, which is why these guys say, oh, no, honey, you slept with everything that walks, I'm going to pass, right? What I love about this is just, first of all, these women like foot and mouth disease, right? Because they say something and then they're like, oh, did I just say that? Because I think I just refuted my whole argument. Dang, the ditzy. I love it. We women are all a little ditzy. Just me too. We're all a little ditzy. Just saying, we are. I love that the past only matters to women when it's a component of the past that bothers them, right? So when she's asked, hey, if you met a guy and he had been slept with other men in the past, would that matter? Oh, yes. No way. I'm not doing that. Oh, what if he was bisexual? No. Okay, what if he did it then, but he's not doing it anymore? No, because what if he's going to do it again? He could always go and do it again. Well, yes, honey. And guess what? If he meets you and you've slept with every Tom, Dick, Harry, and all of their brothers and relatives and everything else, and then you say, well, I'm done with that phase, he's going to turn to you and say, really? How do I know that you're not just going to do it again? Right? So here's the bottom line. Across the board, and I will say this across the board, past does matter, right? Now, do women care less, generally speaking, about male body count? Do women care less about male body count than men care about female body count? Yes, that's true. But I will tell you this. Within reason. If the guy's body count is 200, if he's really just gone wild and that guy meets a really good girl, that number might be too high for her. She may turn around and say, I don't know about that. That doesn't sound right to me. Once you get completely out of range, generally speaking, the women will care less. But past matters in many respects. It just does. It matters. You can't just be like, oh, I murdered someone when I was 20, but I'm done with that now. It just doesn't work like that. Now, we can all say people reform. We can all say people change. We can all say people, confess. And all of those things could be true, right? But it doesn't mean that it takes it away a lot of the time. That's why I tell these OnlyFans girls, you can do let's say you do the OnlyFans and you genuinely have a come to Jesus moment, literally, and you say, this was horrible what I did, and I did it for all the wrong reasons, and I'm done with it now. That's great, right? But that you can't get rid of it. Guys can't unsee it. They can't unexperience, they don't want it, right? So the past just matters. It just does. What's interesting about this clip, though, is that the women will understand that the past matters when it's something they care about, but then they just selectively forget that the past matters when it's something that, like body count, because they want to be able to sleep around in their 20s. If it's something that the guys care about, it's like, oh, no, that's silly. That's different. That's totally different, right? It's amazing. Brian even brings up the example of what if, you were like a past cheater, right? And this is true. Again, we all know it. We all know it. Men, women, if there is someone who cheated on their last person, you have a sense about them that you're like, yeah, that doesn't appeal to me, right? If you know, sometimes you don't know. So bottom line is, women, you don't get to just decide that the past that you care about matters, but the past that you want to just sweep under the rug just gets ignored. You also don't get to say, hey, I'm allowed to care about the guy's past for X, Y, and Z reason, but he's not allowed to care about my past for, C, D, and E reason. It doesn't work like that. So can we all just acknowledge as humans that, yes, the past matters. It just does. That doesn't mean there won't be people who can see beyond it. That doesn't mean there won't be cases where maybe you should see beyond it. That doesn't mean that reform isn't possible. What it does mean is just that reality speaks. And the reality is that if you find something out about somebody's past that doesn't suit you, It might be the straw that broke the camel's back and you might be out, right? Gotta love these women. She caught herself too when she was like, oh, it could happen again if the guy slept with another guy. Oh, is that what you mean when you say like I was slutty and it could happen again? It's like they'll see a little light bulb going off like, dang, right? Did y'all see it? Hoo-hoo, man alive. All right, y'all, I have your new favorite product here. This is the best. You'll take creatine. If you don't take creatine, you might want to consider it. Creatine is probably one of the best supplements out there if it's sourced well. The problem with creatine, this is Lineage's creatine. The problem with creatine is that it's often sourced really badly and it's full of heavy metals. It's full of glyphosate. It's full of a lot of stuff you don't want in your body. So what did Lineage do? This is Paul Saladino's company again. They created the cleanest creatine on the market. I take it. I don't take it every day, but I take it very often. This has been incredible for me when it comes to post-workout recovery. It's insane. When I take it, I notice such a difference. And then for a few days, I don't take it. I'm like, ooh. And then I pop it back in and I'm like, ooh. It's like a light bulb goes off in your brain. It's incredible for your cognitive function. It makes you smarter. It makes you sharper. It just does. It's incredible for your cellular recovery, post-workout, post-exercise, post-anything. This is 1 scoop of this is 5 grams of creatine monohydrate per serving. They added sea salt. Why did they add sea salt? Because it makes for maximum absorption by your cells if you add that. So that's what they did. It's third-party tested to ensure 99.9% potency and that it's 99.9% free of all the nasties, the glyphosate, the heavy metals, the pesticides, the herbicides, none of that stuff. So they created the cleanest product when it comes to creatine and many others, by the way, from their line that I could find. It's GMO-free. It's they have no flow agents, no artificial sweeteners, flavors, colors, or anti-caking agents. It's pretty incredible. It's 2 ingredients. It's basically creatine and sea salt. Discount for you. Jedediah 10 will get you 10% off site-wide at lineageprovisions.com. You can get your creatine. You can still get the meat sticks. You can get any product you want. But if you're taking creatine, this is the one you want to take. Just saying. We've cleared it. All right. Lineage Provisions. Doc, I love their stuff. All right. Let's go to clip number 4.
If we are on a date and you are a grown man and you order a steak, you get it well done, you are going to be walking out of that restaurant alone.
Okay. Now, why did I pick this? First of all, you probably shouldn't eat a well-done steak. I'm just saying that for the nutrient density of the steak, you probably don't want to have it well done. There is something about a super well-done steak that doesn't read as masculine, I will say. However, why did I pick this clip? In the chat, could you tell me why I picked it? I bet you guys are ahead of me. I picked it because, yet again, we have the rise of the picky woman, right? Now, maybe she was making a joke here, but the reality is that you can find video after video after video. At one point, I had like 9 of them lined up, and I just picked one. It was all the same theme, where there's like something that breaks the deal for them, for these women, and it's the most ridiculous thing. One was... trying to think back. One was that a guy had the wrong color socks on. He had brown shoes and he had black socks. And that was like, there was a no-go. There was this one with the well-done steak. There was one where the guy had he had a brand t-shirt on that was, cheap and fancy. There was one where his haircut was cut too short in the back. Like it wasn't a smooth transition, as she claimed. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And what's so interesting is that you look at these women and you're like, honey, what are you bringing? Like, what are you bringing that's so incredible every single time? And maybe they are bringing stuff to the table, but it might behoove these women, because these are the same women that wake up one day and say, I'm alone. I don't know what went wrong. And the problem is that while they were in their 20s, they were this picky, right? So picky. They hit 32 and all of a sudden it's like, where are all the good guys? Well, you kind of toss them in the garbage pail at 25 because they ordered their steak the wrong way, honey. Or they had the black socks on with the brown shoes, or his haircut wasn't amazing, or he had, a shirt on that you didn't fancy the brand, right? You X'd all those guys out at 26 because you thought you would have options forever. And now you're 32 all alone crying and hacking back some wine. So just, again, ladies, self-reflect before it's too late. Just saying. Hit that subscribe button for me. Can you do it for me right now? Can you hit that subscribe? Hit that like button as well. And can you comment? The more active you are, the more excited YouTube gets for our content. Remember, this is a forum where your opinion matters. Your voices will be heard, and no one, hear that loud and clear, no one will be censored, right? It's a freedom of speech zone. Okay, number 5, last clip of the day. Last but sweet.
I love when men leave me comments like this because I'm objectively very beautiful and I know that. So when I see this, I either think A, you know nothing about women, or B, you're one of those Republican closeted gay men.
Okay. It's not the hair. It's your face. It's okay. Somebody made a comment about the hair. Ooh, actually, this is perfect. Can we blow her up for me just to make her a little smaller so I can see? I had not even noticed the nose ring. That's like the long nails, guys. Listen, guys. Okay. We should make a list, but the long nails and that nose ring that goes from one nostril to the other, which freaks me out beyond recognition. Okay. So what's interesting about this is some guys must have written a comment that said it's not this, it's that. Like, right, they wrote something to her that's saying she was not attractive enough to be making whatever video. Okay. She's saying, no. I am beautiful. I'm objectively beautiful. All right, honey, whatever you think of yourself, fine. What I love about this is that at the end, she says that if you don't agree, you must be a Republican closeted gay man. Okay, so again, I'm bringing this up again because all of these women that we encounter on TikTok where we pull these videos from, they're all liberal. They are all liberal. It's so incredibly rare to find one that isn't. And they have all the talking points lined up, right? So anyone in their mind who supports traditional values, Republican, right? And they've got a distaste for it in their mind. Now, that's not always true, right? There's also can be guys who are moderate. There's guys now who are apolitical because they've realized that the two parties suck and the whole system sucks. And they're like, screw all of yous, right? But regardless, it's always like, oh, if you made a comment about me that I don't like, you must be blah, blah, blah. And they have the talking points: Republican, closeted, gay, bigot, misogynist, incel. They've got all the words. They've got all the code language. They've got it all. So I just want to, again, point out, when we say beware of these women, this like liberal indoctrinated is the same woman, by the way, who has the fancy degree, who says, I have a BA or a BS in art history and I'm smarter than you because I graduated summa cum laude. Same girl. Same girl as this one saying you're a Republican closeted gay man. Same girl as saying you need to change your politics around because if you're conservative, we're not going to date you. It's all the same. Same girl saying I'm a 10 and you don't deserve me because all guys suck. It's the same brainwashed mind. So it's just on repeat. All right. So just know who you're dealing with and know if they come out, the second they come out and they start making some political point, oh, you're a Republican, just leave. Done. Because really, along with that young liberal woman comes those young liberal values. That's your boss babe value. That's your, I don't need to tell you what I bring to the table, but I have a list a mile long of things you need to bring to the table. That's your, I want a masculine man, but I don't want to be a feminine woman. That's your like closeted misandry. That's all of that. That's men should have to, start out in jail and work their way out. Same exact mindset over and over and over and over again. It's kind of scary how many there are. It's like they're just like duplicating around us. It's like some sort of invasion of the body snatchers type thing going on. All right. Thank you all for being here. I had a great time today. Today's show felt really good. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you to everyone who continues to tune in. Thank you to everyone who is new. I am so glad to have you. This show is only successful because of you. So let's keep showing them that we're not going to be shut up. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you back here soon. Bye.